First identified by South African scientists, the Omicron variant of the SARS-CoV-2 virus has prompted concern all over the world. It has since been detected on every continent except Antarctica. What do we currently know about the Omicron variant? This video summarizes what we currently know about Omicron, vaccine efficacy, and staying safe. Let's start with the most important concern. Vaccines are precious tools that took months to develop and deliver. Do current COVID vaccines prevent infections with Omicron? More studies are needed, but preliminary data show that 1 dose does not provide protection. 2 doses are unlikely, and 3 doses are more likely than not to provide protection against infection. Scientists mixed antibodies from vaccinated individuals with Omicron to see how well they block its replication. They found that these antibodies were less effective against Omicron than they were against earlier variants. Antibodies from people who received a 3rd shot, however, did a better job at blocking Omicron. One caveat, though, is that in the real world, antibodies are not the only protective mechanism that vaccines stimulate, and more reliable epidemiological studies are needed. Data released by the UK Health Security Agency show that at 25+ weeks since the primary vaccination series, efficacy against symptomatic infection was 5.9% for the Oxford-AstraZeneca, 34.2% for the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. That is not good, but a 3rd dose of the Pfizer vaccine raised the level of vaccine effectiveness to 71 to 76%. What about hospitalizations? Do current COVID vaccines prevent hospitalizations due to Omicron? It is too early to say for sure. In South Africa, where vaccination rates were around 30% when Omicron emerged, most people who were hospitalized were unvaccinated individuals. Does immunity from previous COVID infection protect against Omicron? Not very well, unfortunately. Despite a previous infection in the majority of South Africans during the course of the pandemic, a large number have been infected once more with Omicron. Scientists estimate that the risk of reinfection with Omicron when compared to other variants is around 3 to 8 times higher. The earliest infections with Omicron raised hopes that it is a milder variant. Does Omicron really cause milder infections compared to earlier variants? There is not enough data to know definitively. For unvaccinated individuals, Omicron does not appear to cause milder infections. Remember that hospitalization rates in South Africa are rising, and most hospitalized patients are unvaccinated. For vaccinated individuals, scientists need to wait for more people to get infected and then wait to see how bad their cases will be. However, it is important to know that a variant that is mild but fast can cause more harm and deaths than a variant that is severe but slow. So then the next question is Omicron faster? Is it more transmissible? Scientists will need weeks to figure out how well it spreads, but we know that it is at least as transmissible as Delta, which has been the fastest spreading variant so far. If we consider both transmissibility and immune evasion, Omicron is at least 3 to 4 times more contagious when compared to Delta. To sum up, Omicron has a growth advantage compared to Delta, which is at least in part due to its ability to evade immunity acquired through previous infection or vaccination. However, we are not back to square one. We have tools. The fact that a booster dose can bring vaccine effectiveness back to around 75% is great news. Vaccine inequity and vaccine hesitancy will continue to be a major hurdle worldwide. As I explained in an earlier video, viruses cannot mutate if they cannot infect people. To stop the virus from spreading and mutating, we need to get as many people in the world vaccinated as possible. I've attached the link to my previous video on vaccines and variants in the description below. Our knowledge of the Omicron variant will continue to evolve rapidly, but we can't wait for all the pieces in order to act. Get vaccinated if you have not already done so, and get a booster shot if you're eligible. Continue to wear a mask. Ventilation is so important, and avoid large gatherings. This is an airborne virus. Don't worry about disinfecting surfaces, and worry about proper ventilation in closed spaces. Modulate your activities based on risk. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and stay safe.